For math, we are learning to solve multiplication and division problems by understanding the problem before solving it. I'm looking for you to come up with a picture in your mind of what's happening in the problem. Then you draw a picture, skip count, or use facts to help you solve that problem. Remember, when we are solving word problems, we need to make sure that we fully understand the problem and what the problem's asking before we try to solve it. We want to come up with a picture in our minds. Stephen is inviting 3 friends to a party. He has 6 cookies. How many cookies will each friend get? I'm going to try to use this sketch pad so it doesn't have the text on it. So I'm going to go back and reread it again. Stephen is inviting 3 friends to a party. He has 6 cookies. How many cookies will each friend get? I'm starting with a picture in my mind. So I'm going to first draw his 3 friends. Maybe I can give them, a cow. A cow is one friend. The second one will be a penguin. Let's make him a little bit smaller. And the third friend will be a dog. There are 6 cookies for these 3 friends. So I'm going to draw my 6 cookies and give 1 to each until I run out. So the cow gets 1, the penguin gets 1, the dog gets 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many cookies did each friend get? Well, I can look right at my picture. Each friend got the exact same amount of cookies. Each friend got 2 cookies. The equation that we can use to represent the work that we just did was we had 3 friends, but we had 6 cookies. We took those 6 cookies and gave it out to those 3 friends. So what we actually did was 6 divided by 3 equals question mark because we're not sure. Remember, you can use this slash to represent division. If you have a computer, you might also be able to add in a special division character. However, that slash represents the same thing. Notice that I used the 6 and the 3 because that is what is in the problem. Now I can do 6 divided by 3 and write our answer of 2 because each one got 2. Let's try by skip counting. If I'm again doing 6 divided by 3 equals something, I need to skip count by 3 until I get to 6. So I would do 3, 6. I know that I only have 2 times that I had to skip count, so my answer will still be 2. Again, notice that I use the numbers that are in the equation. Let's try the second one. Nicole has 8 boxes of tickets. Each box holds 24 tickets. How many tickets does Nicole have? I want you to come up with a picture in your mind of what that would look like. Nicole has 8 boxes of tickets, and in each box there are 24 tickets. So I'm going to draw it again. I'm going to draw my 8 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In each of these boxes, there are 24 tickets. Now I could write this number 24, or I can draw it using our sticks and our lines. Remember, these represent 10, and those each represent 1, so that's 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason that we would draw it like this is because 24 isn't, isn't a number that you normally know how to skip count by. It's not a number I know how to skip count by. We can count all the 10s together and then all the 1s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160 in tens. We counted all the 10s. Now we need to count all of the 1s and bring them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. We need to combine these two together. So I have 160 plus 32. I might do 160 plus 30 plus 2. I know 160 plus 30 would give me 190, and 190 plus 2 gives me 192. What we did is we made 8 groups of 24. The number sentence that would match that would be 8 times 24 equals question mark. Remember, we're using the numbers that are in these problems. After we did our math out, we got our answer of 192. 8 times 24 equals 192. I want to remind you of a second strategy that we can use to solve this problem called the area model. Think about when you've heard it. Think about what it looked like. I'm going to take a picture of this so I can add it to my slide. So the area model is when we take our numbers and we decompose them and then multiply by the 10s and multiply the 1s. So 8 times 24. Remember, we drew out the box and then we split it up. 8 doesn't have any 10, so it's just 8 by itself. We break up 24 into 20 plus 4. Then we do, 8 times 20 and 8 times 4. Remember, we're adding where the two boxes connect. So here it's 8 and 20. Here it's 4 and 8. If you don't know 8 times 20, you can do 8 times 2 times 10. So 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 10 would be 160. If you don't know 4 times 8, you can skip count. You can draw a picture. I'm going to skip count. 4, 8, 12, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 more to go. If I get stuck at 16, I can count 4 more on. 20, 24. If I get stuck at 24, I can count 4 more on. 28. And then, last one, 32. Remember, when we're doing the area model, we get our two answers and add them together. Again, since I'm adding the same way, I can decompose this 30 and make it, this 32 and make it 30 plus 2. And I can bring down that 160. I can do 160 plus 30 is 190 plus 2 equals 192. Remember, when you are solving these problems, you want to decompose the two-digit numbers. You want to keep them together, though. we need to make sure that we multiply each number together before we add it back up in the end. So I would get the same answer. My work would actually look really similar. If I wanted to break it down more, I would still start with 8 times 24 equals question mark. Because again, those are our numbers. We don't know what it equals. I can write 8 times 20 plus 4. And then I would write 8 times 20 plus 8 times 4, because that's what we did here, right? 8 times 20, 8 times 4, and then we added it together. 8 times 20, our answer is 160, plus 4 times 8, or 8 times 4, 32. We can even show breaking up that 32 into 30 plus 2, plus 2. Adding the 160 plus 30 is 190 plus 2 equals 192. Remember, when we're solving problems like this, we really need to understand what the problem is asking of us before we go to solve it. It is really important that we come up with a picture in our head of what's happening before we try to solve the problem.